Christine Walsh. This is Lena, my volunteer for the Pilates Test Out. Lena, do you have any health issues, concerns, or surgeries that I should know about? Okay. And is it okay if I use my hands for tactile cueing to touch your body in certain places?
Yes.
Wonderful, thank you very much. So now we'll get started on the training. Right. So we're going to start with mat exercises. The first mat exercise that I would like to do is for you to lay down flat on your back, supine position, with your arms heavy by your side. We're gonna go ahead and find our neutral spine. So I want you to start with your legs just a little bit apart, very good. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and rock your pelvis forward as if you were spilling a bowl of soup towards your legs. No, the other way, towards your legs, very good. So as you see, you form a nice big arch in your back. So now I want you to go ahead and tighten your glute muscles and tilt your pelvis towards your chest. And as you see, you create an imprint with your lower back. So now I want you to do that a few more times. So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, tilt your pelvis forward. So you're over-articulating your spine, moving your pelvis forward. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, tilt your pelvis. So it's like a tuck and tilt towards your chest. So do those forward and backwards a few times, warming up your hips and your abdomen. And in the next one, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead and bring your pelvis, align your hips, your aces. You will find that you can either have an imprint or an arch, just a very nice natural arch of your back. This is your neutral spine. And when we exercise, it's always better to have your hands, your palms facing your body, and that way you have an open chest as well. So take a deep breath in and just feel how your ribs are connecting as well. So they're closing in. This is a Pilates breath. You're gonna breathe into your back. So your ribs go nice and down. As you exhale, you melt them towards your back, which is where your lungs reside. And this is pelvic tilts. From here, we will progress into doing chest lifts. So we're going to go ahead and bring your arms behind your occipital bone, behind your head, very good. And you're going to go ahead and lift your, keep them nice and wide. You're not using your hands to bring your head up. You're gonna use your abdominal muscles to go ahead and bring them up, bring your head. So you're gonna bring your chin to your mid-neck, lift your chest into your abdominal. So you are connecting your lower ribs with your hip and come back down. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead and connect your ribs with your hips. Very good. And bring it back down. So this is a nice chest lift. This is a closed kinetic chain. So you can go ahead and bring your legs to tabletop, and we can try that one more time. This would be a nice progression. Remember to keep your abs connected, very good. And the arms open wide. You're not using them to bring your head up, very good. Beautifully done. Okay, bring your legs down. From here, we will go on to our next exercise, which is single leg stretch. So remaining in your supine with your arms, your hands facing towards your hips, you're gonna go ahead and bring one leg up to tabletop and the other. You're going to make sure that you are connected in your abs. You are in neutral spine, and you're gonna go ahead and do that chest lift again. Bring your head, neck, and shoulder up, and go ahead and stretch one leg out, and then the other one. Switch legs, very good. Breathe in and exhale, and inhale and exhale. As you do this movement, your ribs are connected to, reaching towards your spine. You're not feeling any pressure in the back of your neck. You're looking straight through in between your legs in the thigh area so that you don't have any kind of pressure here. And do one more, and when you equal yourself out, go ahead and bring them both to tabletop. Lower your head, neck, and shoulder. Lower one leg and then the other. Go into our double leg stretch. Okay. With a double leg stretch, you're really going to use your abdomen. Your lower abs are going to be extra engaged. So what I want you to do is bring one leg up to tabletop, and then the next, and go ahead and go into your flexion. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your chin to your mid-neck. Go ahead and bring your legs in towards your chest and grab your ankles tight. Very good. Without lifting your tailbone, very good. This is going to be the end of the position, the beginning and the end of the position in double leg stretch. You're going to remain in your flexion and you're going to be looking through your knees. Go ahead and take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring your arms overhead and hold them into a 45-degree angle. And now you're going to make a large circle around as you bring your legs in, grab your ankles. Sorry, I was in your way. So let's go ahead and try that one more time. Inhale out, and as you exhale, bring them in. Very good. Try to stay up on that flexion. Very good. And so now we're going to go ahead and work the posterior chain, the back of the body. We're also going to go into a spinal extension. So I want you to go ahead and straighten your arms all the way forward in front of you, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. We're going to go ahead and keep a nice neutral spine here by pressing the hips down onto the mat, engaging your abs, making sure that you're visualizing that your belly button is up and away from the mat. You're going to go ahead and flex this hip, the left hip, while raising the right arm. And you're going to take 5, we're going to do this in 5 count breaths. So let's go ahead, and then you're going to do the opposite. You're going to flex this hip and raise the left arm. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath in for 5 counts as we do raise the right arm. So in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. The opposite side, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go ahead and put some movement into that. So just do it as you inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And progress into rocking, which is also a spinal extension. So I want you to go ahead and stretch your arms out. You're going to go ahead and engage your abdominal muscles as you flex your knees. And you are abducting your hips towards your body. Go ahead and lift your chest and try to reach your arms back and grab your ankles. And go ahead and go into a full extension. Let your eyes gaze towards the wall. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly move your arms away. Take your arms off and lower everything back down, rotating. Wonderful. How did that feel? Good. Our side bend, where we're going to go ahead and stabilize our scapula as we lay on our hips as well. And we're going to go ahead and use our external and internal obliques. So I want you to lay on your side. Wonderful. Go ahead, and your resting arm on the mat, you're going to put a lot of strength into your arm, but stabilize the scapula. Bring it away from your, very good. And your other hand, on your top hand, is going to go straight up into the sky. Your hips are stacked. You're going to stagger your feet. Your top leg will go in front, flat on the mat. Very good. And open up your hip flexors, so you're going to externally rotate. Beautiful. Make sure that your abs are engaged. Your lower obliques are lifted already. You're feeling them. So you're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, I want you to raise your hips all the way up to the sky and extend your legs long. Very good. Looking forward, keeping your neck aligned with the rest of your body. Very good. Now take a deep breath in and come back slowly to the starting position. Go ahead and open up your legs. Very good. Beautiful. In the next one, it's available to you, and we can progress this and do a lateral flexion of the spine. So go ahead and get into the starting position again with your resting arm. Very good. And you raise that one. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Raise your hips, keeping them aligned, using your external and internal obliques. Go ahead and reach very long over your neck, and you raise your hips even more, feeling that extension and flexion. Bring it back down slowly to your starting position. Very nice. How did that feel? Good? Now we can add on to that as well and do a spine rotation. So we're moving the spine in all different directions. So go ahead and get back into your starting position. Stagger the feet so the top leg goes in the front. Very good. And you're going to go ahead and stack your hips. There's one line coming from the top hip to the bottom hip. Very good. Engage your abs. Straighten your top arm all the way up to the sky. Keeping your neck aligned with your spine. Your scapulas are nice and stable. You're going to take a deep breath in. Raise your hip up to the sky. Very good. And now you're going to go ahead and bring your top arm around towards the floor like a nice semicircle without touching the floor. Just nice, and loop it in, and now loop it back out. Do that one more time. Go ahead and bring your arm like you're threading a needle Very good. And you feel a nice rotation of the spine. Bring it back up, always keeping your neck aligned. We're going to go ahead and do a nice rotation of the spine. We're going to go ahead and sit nice and tall with neutral spine. So neutral spine when we're sitting is very similar to on the mat in that the abs are very engaged. You're sitting up nice and tall like somebody's pulling you from the top of your head. I want you to go ahead and open your legs with hips flexed and abducted, a little bit wider than the shoulders. So yes, that's very good. Your ankles are going to be nice and flexed, so dorsiflex, and your arms are going to be abducted to shoulder height. So that means bring them up to the side, parallel to the mat, with the palms facing down. Very good. What I want you to do is maintaining that pelvis in neutral. Go ahead and rotate your left arm to your right foot. And go ahead and go down and reach for it, looking at your foot. And then come ahead and untwist and bring your arms parallel again. Very good. So you're initiating the spinal flexion all the way from the crown of your head. And you're gonna go ahead and now do the same thing. You can go ahead and twist in the separate direction. Very good. So you're gonna feel a nice rotation and twist of the spine. And now untwist, unrotate, and untwist. Very good. Now I want you to go ahead and lay on your side. We're gonna go ahead into sideline legs. So you're going to lay on your side on the mat. Very important here is that you maintain a neutral spine. The only way to maintain a neutral spine is to have your abdominal muscles very nicely engaged so that your lower obliques are not touching. So you have a little mouse hole in between your waist and the mat. Your hips are nicely stacked, very good, so there should be no arch in your back. And then for your head, it's nice if you just put your arm under it so that your neck is in alignment. You can go ahead and bend your elbows so that you're a little bit, put your head under your arm. There, very good. So everything is nicely aligned. There's no arch behind your back. Beautiful. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and extend your legs really long on the mat. Very good. Maintaining that alignment. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and bring the top leg up and down in a slow motion. Very good. I don't want you to crane your neck forward. I want you to make sure that your neck muscles are nice and straight. Very good. So lift and lower with resistance. Very nice. So you're feeling that resistance as you lift and lower. It's a slow movement, keeping the abs engaged, making sure that there's a little space in between. Aha, there you go. Now they're engaged. And one more time, lift and lower. Our sideline legs in an external rotation. External rotation starts at the hip. So we're gonna go ahead and engage the abs. So let's position ourselves from top to bottom. Neck is aligned with the spine. Our abs are super engaged. Lower waist is lifted. And go ahead and from the hip, very good. You turn the hip, the knees, and the ankles. Go ahead and point the leg. And go ahead and bring the leg up. So raise the leg and lower the leg, maintaining that extension. You can go ahead and hold your hip with your hand, exactly so that you don't do any wobbling back and forth. And it's great that you went ahead and bent this knee to give yourself more stability. So as you progress in your stability, you can straighten the bottom leg, but it is more important to maintain the form. Very good. And exhale as you lower it, keeping that lower ribs engaged. Very good. Great job. Head into our reformer series. This is the reformer, foot bar, carriage. These are the springs. This is your shoulder blocks. These are your straps. There's long straps and there's short straps. And this is your headrest, which for some exercises you can go ahead and raise it so that your head is raised, or you can put it down as well if that's more comfortable for you. Certain exercises I will cue you that the headrest must be down. So we're gonna go ahead in the spring settings. We have green, which is the heaviest resistance, then red, which is less than green, and blue, which is the lightest resistance. We're gonna go ahead with your height. I believe you're fine with the way that the carriage is. If you were any taller, then we would have to gear it out during footwork. So we're going to leave it as it is. You're going to go ahead and lay on your back on the reformer in supine position. I've already set up the springs in one red and one green for our footwork. Very good. During footwork, the most important thing is also to remain in neutral position. So your spine must be in neutral position. Your hips are nice and aligned, the ACES lines. Your shoulders are heavy on the mat, and your arms are long by your side, palms facing in. Your feet will be flexed, your heels on the foot bar, so bring up your feet, and you're pushing deep in there. So before we begin, make sure that all of that is aligned and your abdominal muscles are engaged. This is your warm-up, and as you're going to breathe in, you're going to push the carriage all the way back. So go ahead and take a deep breath in, push back, and exhale as you bring it in slowly. As you bring it in, your abs are engaged. Feel this movement from your pelvis. More than pushing off, what you're doing is lifting from the pelvis, and as you bring it back, you want to feel the resistance in your hamstrings and your glutes, so that you're using all of these muscles to warm up the top and back of the body. So we're going to do that for a few more times. And then in the next one, I want you to bring it about halfway in and go ahead and do small pulses. So right there, and then pulse back. Very good. Always keeping the toes flexed to the sky, not the toes themselves, but the whole foot, because you're flexing from the ankle. Beautifully done. Go ahead and extend all the way out. And as you exhale, bring it all the way in. Now we're going to go ahead and come down to the toes. And we're going to put it in a Pilates beat. So we're going to join the heels and open your toes about a hip width apart. Fist distance apart. So you can open them a little bit more. And this, you're going to be warming up your inner thighs. So go ahead and take a deep breath in as you push back. And go ahead and exhale slowly on the way in. Very good. You lifted your heels, which was my next cue. You need to keep the heels nice and high. And bring it in using your inner thighs to resist the in. Go ahead and push all the way back. Bring the inner thighs together, keeping the abs engaged. Hips aligned with the mat. Do not lift. Always keep your tailbone connected. And in the next one, go all the way out and then bring it halfway in. And let's do some small pulses. This is your more pushing away from the foot bar. That is where the workout is. Very good. Do it one more time and then go all the way out. And nice inhale, and as you exhale, bring it all the way in. Very good. And our next exercise will be a single leg. So what you're going to do is go ahead and put your heels on the foot bar. Very good. Flex your feet. Put all your weight into the heel of the left foot and bring your right leg into tabletop. Very good. Tabletop is about a 90 degree from your knee to your hip. Very good. Now go ahead and push all the way back. And bring it in slowly. Extending your leg completely, but never locking your knees. Always keeping your abs engaged. We're breathing into the back of our lungs. They reside in our back, so that's where you want your breath to go. All the way back there, melting our ribs into the carriage, keeping the tailbone connected. And go ahead and do it one more time. And on the next one, go ahead and bring it halfway in and do small pulses back. Using your pelvis, pushing away. Very good. One more, and extend it all the way out. And bring it all the way in. Very nice. Go ahead and put your left foot down. And this is our footwork. We went from beginner, intermediate to advanced. Wonderful. Now we're going to go ahead and put our headrest down. The headrest must always go down because we're going to do some bridging to warm up the back of the body. So your hands are long by your side. You're going to go ahead and put your heels on the bar as well. Take a deep breath in, and what you're going to do as you exhale is you're going to bring your entire lower body up. Bring your hips up first, but in a hinge. Do not articulate your spine. Very good. And now take a deep breath in at the top and bring it all the way down in a hinge slowly. Very good. Now this is an exercise that would not be recommended for pregnancy, certain hip replacements. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and hinge in a straight line, your hips all the way up. Never going on your neck. You always remain on the top shoulder of your thoracic area. Very good, and bring it up. Our next bridge variation would be progressing. If it's available to you and you don't have any osteoporosis or any cervical spine issues, is that you can articulate the bridge. An articulated bridge means that you're going to tuck your pelvis into your body and then lift your spine bone by bone by bone. Never moving the carriage. Your knees are, and then you have to imagine that they're going over your feet. And now take a deep breath in at the top and bring it down, articulating. First, your top of your back, your middle of your back, lower back, and your tailbone is the last to hit the mat. So let's do that one more time. We're gonna tuck, scoop those abs and roll all the way up. This is your articulated bridge. And now take a deep breath in and articulate down, bone by bone by bone, upper, middle, lower back. Your tailbone hits the mat. Very good. Wonderful. Now, if it's available to you, we'll go ahead and articulation can never be done if you have osteoporosis because it will compress your spine and that's never good. We're gonna go ahead and go heavy into one of your feet and bring your other leg into tabletop. And we're gonna go ahead and lift into an articulated bridge on one leg. Very good, beautiful. Go ahead and extend your leg, this one, forward. Bring it all the way up, straight up. Bring it straight towards your body. Bring it down to meet the knee. Bring it back up. Breathe in. Now bend your knee. And as you exhale, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, articulate your back down. Upper back, middle back, lower back, and tailbone. Go ahead and put your foot down so that you're not so unequal, uneven. Go ahead and put all of your weight into the right heel. Bend your left leg into tabletop. Take a deep breath in and articulate your spine all the way up. Extend your left leg up. Lower it down for one. Bring it all the way up. Lower it down for two. Bring it all the way up. And now bend your knee. Keeping your abs super engaged. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Tuck your pelvis. Scoop. And roll down one by one by one. And bring your foot to the foot bar. How are you feeling? Is that good?
Yes.
Very good. So from there, we're gonna go ahead into our arms in straps. So staying supine on the reformer with your neutral pelvis, I want you to reach behind you. Oh wait, we're gonna change the springs to one red and one blue. So I'll go ahead with your permission and change. There we go, because we don't want it to be too heavy. So go ahead and grab your straps. You can grab the long straps or the short straps. Oh, they're uneven.
Yes.
Yes, they happen. So we will extend this a little bit. Is that even?
Yes.
Perfect. So go ahead and put your hands in the straps. Very good. And we'll start warming up the arms. You're gonna go ahead and load the straps. Take your feet off the foot bar. Sorry, take your feet off both of them. And load the straps, keeping them here at shoulder height. Very good. What I want you to do without moving the carriage is simply bend. So flex your elbows down to the mat and all the way up. So for this exercise to work really well, your abs has to be super engaged, your pelvis has to be engaged, your tailbone is on the mat, and you're just flexing the elbows down to the mat and extending them up. And flexing them, always breathing in, inhale, and then exhale, up. Never losing the tension in the straps. One more time. And go ahead and lift your arms and relax for a second. Small pause. Very good. How did that feel?
Good.
Very good. Now we're gonna go ahead and put one strap on the peg, which one do you want? And with one arm, we're gonna work our obliques. This is called unilateral obliques. So what you're going to do, still on the same one red and one blue, we're laying in supine. We're gonna go ahead. So as we do our unilateral obliques, you're going to go ahead and take your feet off the foot bar and hold it in tabletop. Very good. Super engage your abs. Go ahead and load the strap and just load it, so hold it here.
Oh, okay.
Very good. And now what you're going to do is you're going to go up in flexion and your left arm is going to go towards the right. It's a small move, very good, and come back down. So you bring your chin to your mid-neck, low, and then raise your head, neck, and shoulder. Very good. So you're working your obliques. Your external obliques are working here. Wonderful, which is part out of our core and needs to be worked out very much as well. Very good. So one more time, take a deep breath in, onto flexion, and very good. And lay back down. How did that feel? Good? So now we're gonna go ahead, sit back up on your mat and put on just 2 red springs. So we will continue our workout with feet and straps. Again, we're maintaining a neutral pelvis, neutral spine. Arms are long by your side, heavy on the mat. You can leave the headrest down or you can lift it. We're going to go ahead and take 1 foot off the foot bar and put it in the long strap. We have already changed to 2 red springs. Push it away, put it in. Now load this strap right there, and now go ahead and put the strap on the other leg, on the other foot. Very good. Make sure that you are aligned, that your tailbone is on the mat, that you have a neutral spine, not an imprint, and don't arch your back ever. Bring your ribs down and back, melt them into the mat. Now we're gonna go ahead and lower and lift. So you're gonna lower your legs, flexing your hips as far as you can without arching your back, and then bring them up slowly to a 90-degree angle as long as you can maintain a neutral spine and the tailbone on the mat. Very good. Go ahead and lower it down and bring it back up slowly as we inhale and exhale. Always maintaining the abs engaged and the ribs melted to the carriage. The tailbone is connected to the carriage as well. Very good. Now from here we could go to 2 different variations. You can go ahead and do an external rotation where your heels are put together. You rotate from the hips, the knees, and the ankles, and you can go ahead and lower and lift that way. So that is more of an external, the outside, the inner thighs are working. Your hips flex and extend as you bring the legs up and down. In the next one, we can try the next variation, which is where you do a medial rotation. So you're going to bring your legs back to parallel and then continue rotating. So what's touching are your toes. Very good. And you can go ahead and lift and lower. And do you feel a different stretch on your hips?
Yes.
Very good. So remember, always keeping the tailbone down on the mat. So it's more important to maintain form than to bring the legs closer to your body. Very good. And then the next one, lower. Go ahead and lift. Very good. And go bring the legs back to lateral and bend the knees. The next one, next exercise here, supine, I want you to go into what's called frogs. So you're gonna go ahead and make a little Pilates V with your feet. So your heels are super glued together. Your hips are no wider, your knees are not a little bit wider than your hips, but not wider than that. This is your starting and finishing position. You're gonna go ahead and extend your legs all the way out to the foot bar. Very good, and then bring them back in, slowly with control. We have to remember we're using our abs and our pelvis, but we're also using our hamstrings and our glutes to control the legs. Very good, very nice. Do that 2 more times, bring it in on the, and exhale out. Inhale in and exhale out, extending the legs all the way, flexing the hips, wonderful job. And bring them back in lateral position. Now bend your knees, take 1 strap off, put that leg on the foot bar, and go ahead and take the other strap off and hang them on the pegs. Very nice. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and sit on the carriage. We're going to go ahead and work our arms in the straps. Go ahead and put 1 blue on and take off the red. And I want you to turn around and face the risers, which are also called facing straps, because this is where they come from the risers. So you're going to go ahead and extend your legs through the headrest. Depending on your hip flexibility, you can either keep your legs straight, you can cross one leg over the other, or you can bend your knees so that makes you feel better, or I can put you on a long box.
I think I can bend my knees.
Okay, that's good? All right, perfect. Nice tall back. We're sitting on our sit bones. You need to grab your straps. And you're going to go ahead and load them by bringing them by your side. Very good. And now we're going to go ahead and do a chest expansion. So you're going to push your arms back as far back as you can without compromising your posture, and then bring them forward, stopping at the hip. And go ahead and do another chest expansion back and bring it forward. Also maintaining the abs engaged. Here, this is a postural muscle exercise, so we're working the back of the body, opening up the front of the body. So your clavicle is in a nice straight line. Your shoulders are relaxing away from your ears, so you have to have that scapular stability. And you also have to have nice, good seated position. Upper back roll. So what we're going to do is make sure that we have enough space between the back of your body and the carriage, because you're going to go into a C-spine. You're holding the short straps. You're nice and flexed at the hips, sitting up nice and tall on your sit bones. Hold your arms in front of you. Your elbows are slightly bent. You're gonna go ahead and take a deep breath in and tuck, scoop, and roll your pelvis into a C curve. Very good, don't go too low. Now you're gonna go ahead and bend your elbows and bring your fists together in front of your chest. Without moving the carriage, go ahead and open your arms, extend the elbows. And now, as you take a deep breath in, as you exhale, you're going to round over your torso with your arms coming back behind you. And then they're going to circle around as they meet again in front, on top of your feet. And then you're gonna go ahead and stack your spine up slowly. Very good. How did that feel?
Good.
Good. All right, let's do it one more time. Let's hold the straps straight in front of us. Arms bent just slightly. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in as you engage your abs. Go ahead and tuck, scoop, and roll, bringing your lower ribs to your pelvis. Now pull the straps in towards you. Without moving the carriage, extend the elbows, open the arms, and now you're going to scoop over your torso, bringing your entire body over, pulling from your abs. Now go ahead and circle the arms forward, meeting in front of your on top of your legs. And now go ahead and stack your spine as you sit up nice and tall. Very good. Strap exercises facing the foot bar. I want you to sit up nice and tall with your legs extended.
And the spring settings?
The spring settings will stay in one loop. I noticed that you have a little bit of a curve here when you sit. So that means that your hip flexors are a little bit tight, so it's better if you bend your knees, or if you want, I can bring you a box. There you go, see, perfect. Now you're nice and tall sitting on those sit bones, your ischial tubes. So we're gonna go ahead and grab the straps, one in each hand, and depending on your strength, you can use the long straps or the short straps. Very good. So we're gonna make sure that our elbows are in line with our body. You're not arching. Right now you're too flexed here. So there we go, perfect. So this is the beginning of your exercise. Neutral spine, neutral hips. We're gonna go ahead and serve a tray. This is an abdominal work as much as it is upper body work. So keep your abs engaged and go ahead and extend your arms forward. Pretend you're serving a tray. And then bring them back to the starting position right there next to your body. Very good. Go ahead and take a deep breath in as you exhale. Extend the arms and bring them forward. You don't have to extend so far that you're rounding at the shoulders. So that's it. That's your extension there. If you pull more, then you're exactly. So you don't want to do that. Bring them back. Very good. Keeping the abs engaged. Extend. Stop there. Very good. And bring them back. So do that one more time on your own. You're going to go ahead, extend, engaging the abs, and bring it back. Wonderful. And take a little break there. Our next exercise is going to be, keep the straps, a tricep exercise. So we're sitting nice and tall, nice neutral spine. Okay, wonderful. Go ahead and bring your arms in front of you. And now bend the elbows and bring the hands behind your head. Go ahead and do a slight hinge from the hips. And go ahead and extend the arms all the way forward. And then with control, bring them back behind your head. So your fingers and hands are not touching. You are using your triceps to control the extension and then control the flexion. Your abs are engaged and you are extending your elbows to engage the triceps and bringing them back behind your head. So we're going to work on the short box today. We're going to go ahead and put all of the springs on so that the carriage does not move. And we're going to use our safety strap. You're going to put your feet under here. Very good. And then flex them. Wonderful. You're going to try to sit nice and tall on the box. Very good. You can bend your knees slightly. You have to move up a little bit. A little bit more? More? Good. So your heels can rest on the platform, or a little bit more advanced would be to lift your feet off the platform, your heels, and you have enough space between you and the edge of the mat. So we're gonna go ahead and cross our arms in a genie style. Very good. Sitting up nice and tall. And you're going to engage your abs. You're going to tilt your pelvis. So engage your pelvis. Use your glute muscles to go ahead and roll back down into a C-spine. Hold it there. Very nice. Now go ahead and rotate towards the right side. Very beautifully done. You didn't just rotate your arms, you rotated your entire thoracic. Now rotate to the center and take a deep breath in. And you want to roll towards, nope. You're gonna roll forward with your neck down and over your hips. And then sit up nice and tall in the middle. Very good. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in, engage your glutes, tight abs, and roll down into a C-spine. Hold your C-spine, go ahead and rotate towards one side. It's a thoracic twist, so you don't have to go too far. Keeping your neck looking down, go ahead and rotate to the center, chin to chest, and go ahead and come up and over your ribs and your hips, and then sit up nice and tall. Here, what we're going to do is a side bend. So you're going to keep your left foot under the strap, and your right foot, you can bring it over towards, very good, the box. And now this exercise, if it hurts your hip flexor or anything on your knee, you can also extend your leg and bend it over the side of the box.
Okay.
But if you feel comfortable bending it, then you're good. Your hips are squared facing the front, very good. Your left foot is flexed so that you can hold on to the strap. We're gonna go ahead and go into mermaid here, so you're gonna go ahead and, okay, so we're sitting on our side, our top leg is extended, and it is under the safety strap with your foot flexed. Your top leg is bent in a zigzag for mermaid, or if you have any hip or knee issues, you can go ahead and hang it over the front of the box. We're gonna go ahead and sit up nice and tall with our hips square towards the front. Go ahead and raise your arms, so abduct your arms parallel to the floor. And then go ahead and let's start by putting your right hand on the headrest and wrapping the left hand around your waist as you bend it to wrap this one over your waist. So wrap it. Very good. Like that. Just stay there. And then you can go ahead and bend your elbow, and that would be even a deeper stretch. And go ahead and extend it and come up and unwrap yourself as you bring your body back up and into extended arms. Very good. Now, if it's available to you, go ahead and wrap your right arm around your waist and go into a side bend with your upper arm raised over. Very good. Not so deep, it's just a side bend. Very good. And then bring it back up. So your arm is just coming along for the ride. Don't let it do anything fancy. So go ahead and raise it up to the side, both arms to the side. Very good. Sit up nice and tall. And as you're going to bend over, you're going to wrap the lower arm around your waist, and your upper arm just comes over with you very nicely in a nice bend and comes back up. So this is a nice stretch of the obliques and a nice side bend of the other side. And that's it. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and go into long box prone, which means that we lay down on our belly. So we're going to turn the box the long way on the carriage, and we're going to go ahead and put the spring up to one loop. So go ahead and lay down on the carriage with your face facing the footbar. Yes, it's a little bit taller. I'm going to go ahead and help Lena by bringing the straps to her. So go ahead and push away on the, very good. There's one. And here's the other. Very good. So with your arms, I want them long by your side first. Very good. Your nice neutral pelvis. but your belly button is up and in and up, away from the mat. So you pretend you're trying to peel it off the mat. Your hips are pressing down on the long box. You're in a nice neutral long spine with your aces. Your shoulders are relaxed and away from your neck. Very good. What you're gonna do is you're gonna bring the straps towards your shoulder height and make a nice T. Hold them up though. There you go, beautiful. Keeping your neck in alignment with your spine. Go ahead and do that a few times. Bring it up to your shoulder height and bring it back with control. Do that one more time. Bring it all the way up. Very good. And we're going to go into swan. So bring the carriage all the way in. Same position, nice strong legs. If you ever feel any kind of pain in your lower back, you go ahead and bend the knees to take that off, and even you can cross them. If there's any kind of pain or issue in your lower back, or you feel that your hips are lifting. Otherwise, you can have nice, long, strong legs. You're going to have your arms, your hands in front of you, your elbows are flexed. So, beautiful. And now what you're going to do is go ahead and extend your arms and push out the carriage away as you lift your chest off the carriage. Bring the carriage back in with arms extended long. Very nice. Again, push it all the way back. Bring your head, neck, and shoulders down and look at the floor. Gaze at the floor. Very good. And go ahead and bend your elbows and bring the carriage in. So let's try that one more time. Maintaining a neutral spine, abs engaged. You're going to push away, extend the elbows, and lift the chest up as you bring the carriage back in. Never craning your neck. Your neck always follows your spine. You lift from the hips, keeping the pubic bone down. Very nicely done. And bring the carriage in as you bend the elbows. Beautifully done. Your legs are nice and straight. And do jumping. With jumping, we use a jump board, which we have already placed in the front of the reformer. We go ahead and bring the foot bar all the way down. So we take it out and lower it completely down. We secure the the jumping board with the knobs on the outside. And we're going to go ahead and jump using one red spring and taking off the blue. So it's very similar to your foot bar, except you have a lot more space and more room. So that's why we use it to jump, which is a little bit more of a cardio exercise. So we're going to keep our body nice and straight. Neutral pelvis, arms long by the side. You're going to keep your feet up high to start, and then if you feel that you can bring them, if you can extend your hips, then you can bring it a little bit lower. But if you feel any kind of popping in your abdomen, or that you can't control your core, you can go ahead and put your feet up higher. As you push back, you're going to push back with enough force to create space between you and the jump board. As you come back to land, you're going to land with your toes, balls, and heels in a soft motion. This is not a plop. This is more of a bunny rabbit landing and then pushing away. Okay? So let's take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, go ahead and push back to jump and land smoothly. Toe, ball, heel. Very good. Toe, ball, heel. Very good. If you like, and it's available to you, you can go ahead and come into a thoracic flexion. So you can go ahead and lift your head, neck, and shoulders right now. Engaging your abs, go ahead and push away. Always looking at your thighs. Don't look up, don't look away. Very nicely done. Now, so that was our jumping in parallel. We're going to go ahead and progress the exercise. I want you to go ahead and join your heels. Bring them nice and tight together. Very good. Lift them. So now you're going to engage your inner thighs. You have to have a very strong core for this, so make sure that your abs are engaged. You're going to go ahead and push away in Pilates feet and land in Pilates feet. Can you open them a little bit more? There you go. Perfect. So go ahead and push away and bring those inner thighs together. And land. And open. Very good. Push away and land. Keeping that connection between the heels, bringing the inner thighs together. The Cadillac is Joseph Pilates' greatest invention. It really incorporates the springboard as well as it converts into a reformer. That's why it's called a reformer trapeze, the RTZ. Because underneath these mats, there is a full reformer with all of the springs. The greatest difference between the Cadillac and the springboard is that on the Cadillac you can do all of the springboard exercises, but on the springboard you cannot do all of the Cadillac exercises, such as any of the inverted ones or the trapeze use, or laying down and using the push-through bar. So, but it does have all of the springs for legs, for arms, for hands. We can also hang the roll down bar, use the purple springs for legs and the short yellow ones with handles to do a lot of the arm work and upper body work as well. So today I will have Lena demonstrate, and I will teach her how to do a few exercises on the Cadillac. So Lena, if you would like, we're going to go ahead. This is the trapeze, and these are the fuzzy straps, and this is the push-through bar. We're going to start with using the push-through bar with the red spring on the push-through bar from above to do the trapeze. To do the teaser. I am going to remove the trapeze bar in order to accommodate for the teaser. So go ahead and lie down on the mat with your head towards oh, wait, can you sit up for a moment? Sorry. Let me go ahead and set you up. We will attach one red spring to the push-through bar, and I want you to go ahead and lay down with your head towards the back. Now, I want you to move a little bit forward more and extend your arms all the way behind you. Perfect, because that's where you're going to push the push-through bar all the way back there, and we're going to begin the exercise there. Go ahead and grab onto the push-through bar and push it all the way behind you. Okay? Now, in the teaser, it's very important that you keep your abs connected. You're in a neutral spine, and you can start with your knees bent. So we'll start it in a closed kinetic chain. We're going to go ahead and do a prep. So go ahead, and what you're going to do is pull the push-through bar by bending your elbows, bring it over your face. Once it gets there, I want you to go ahead and peel yourself up to a teaser. No, sorry, your head, neck, and shoulders. So you're going to bring that up into a V with there. Very good. And now you're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in and articulate down slowly, pulling the push-through bar, bending the elbows, and then pushing it all the way back. Very good. Let's do that one more time. Remember to connect your ribs. This usually happens where people flare out their ribs, so you want to connect the ribs and bring them to the back of the mat. Connecting your tailbone to the mat, engage the abs, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, I want you to go ahead and bend your elbows. Once the push-through bar is over your face, you're going to go ahead and peel yourself up to a half teaser. And now take a deep breath in up there and articulate down slowly, bringing the push-through bar in over your face and all the way back. Very good. How are you feeling?
Good.
So do you think that we can go into an open kinetic chain where you lift your legs? Okay, so go ahead and bring one leg to tabletop and then the other. And this time when you push through, you can either keep the legs like this, or as you bring your upper body up, you can go ahead and extend the legs as well. So let's take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, bend your elbows, bring the push bar up, push it all the way up as you bring your body up. Very good. Maintaining a great connection there with your core and your legs. Can you bring them up a little bit? That's your hip flexors. You know, we have tight hip flexors. Now go ahead and take a deep breath in and bend your elbows and bring it down and bring your legs down. Very good. Push it all the way back. How did that feel?
Good.
Okay. So let's try that one more time. We're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in, bend the elbows, and bring it all the way up. Very good. Engage your abs and take a deep breath in at the top. Go ahead and nod your chin to chest, roll down and push it all the way back. Very good. And that was our teaser. So you can go ahead and let go. I'll bring it up. Sit up on the mat. Thank you. We are moving on to a prone exercise on the Cadillac. So we're going to go ahead and set up the push-through bar from above, with springs from above. We're sitting up with one blue. We're going to start today with prone on the Cadillac. So we're laying down on our belly. I want you to go ahead and put your hands on the push-through bar. We have a spring from above, it's a blue, and we're going to do a spinal extension. So you're going to have your hips aligned, stable on the mat, your pubic bone as well. You're going to go have your abs engaged. Your shoulders need to be back and into their little pockets, you know, so this is scapular isolation here has to be very stable. And go ahead and, as you take a deep breath in, as you exhale, peel your chest off the Cadillac, pulling slightly on the bar so that you feel that nice extension. And now go ahead and take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, push it back down as you bring your chest back down to the mat. And I'm holding onto the bar here for safety. So go ahead and take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lift your chest and bring yourself up. Don't overextend your neck too much. Wonderful. You've lifted your hips. Take a deep inhale and exhale as you bring it back down. Wonderful. One more time, take a deep breath in, keeping the abs engaged, arms long extended but not locked. Very nice. And then bring it back down. Beautifully done. Good. Our next exercise is footwork on the Cadillac. The spring will come from below. So the most important aspect of this, and the most important part, is the safety strap. We have to use the safety strap on the push-through bar so that should you, by any chance, let go of the push-through bar, it won't hurt you. And then we attach one blue spring to the push-through bar. We're going to be working strengthening hamstrings. This is supine on the Cadillac with its footwork. So we have set up the springs from below. I put on one blue spring, and I have attached the safety strap so that it keeps you safe in the push-through bar. Should you lose control of it, doesn't hit you in the face or anything like that. So I'm gonna raise it up as you lay down with your head towards the back of the Cadillac. Very good. And now you're gonna bring one foot up and put the balls of your feet there, and then the other one. Very good. So now your knees are in alignment. Very good. You are in a neutral spine, arms long and strong by your side. Go ahead and take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead and push the bar all the way up, strengthening those hamstrings, keeping your tailbone connected to the mat though. So bring your tailbone down. Very good. Okay, so then you have very tight hamstrings. All right, so let's go ahead and bend them. We already bring it down. And let's go ahead and try to push it all the way up again. Very good. And bring it down. Let's see, I'll hold on to the push bar. Bring your feet to the arches, and let's see if we can work it a little bit better. And bring them a little bit closer together, maybe. Okay, let's try that again. And let's go ahead and push it all the way up. Much better. Yes, you lifted a little bit, but we're getting good. Okay, and now go ahead and bend your knees again. So this is a great exercise to strengthen and lengthen your hamstrings. Go ahead and push up one more time. Very good. And exhale on the way down again. Very nicely done. And of course, this exercise can be progressed as your hamstrings get stronger to do unilateral work and other exercises on the footwork. So let's go ahead and take your feet off one by one. As I hold the push-through bar, go ahead and sit up. Very nice. So that was footwork with springs from below. I'm going to do a half hang using the fuzzy straps. These are tied on really tight, and I'm going to go ahead and help you. So if you can go ahead and sit on this side facing towards me, I will get on here to help you set up. So move forward a little bit so that your head doesn't hang off the Cadillac. I'm going to go ahead and twist them a little bit so that you get a great hanging. Now go ahead and put one leg here, push all the way in, and the other one too. So you're pushing as I squat really strongly. Okay. Push with all your weight. Okay, now one leg, bring it up and put it through here. Actually, you don't need it so twisted. Put the whole foot through and flex it to the outside. External rotation. So there, perfect. Okay, and now go ahead and put this one in. Push it all the way through the fuzzy strap and rotate your foot that way. Very good. And bring them together a little bit there. And that's it, just hang, relax. Do you feel a nice stretch? Are you hanging? So good, and you're nice and safe in the fuzzies? Now this could, later on, I could push these back and you could move into a full hang. But for now, let's just enjoy the half hang. On the Cadillac, we're going to be using the trapeze bar, which is this apparatus that is hanging here. It has the springs on the side, a strap on the bottom, and the trapeze bar right here. You're going to hold on to the upper bars with these sticky pads that'll make them, more comfortable. So let's go ahead and start with the trapeze pull-up. By setting up, I want you to go ahead and put one foot and lock it in an external rotation, and then the other one, I want you to hang in a V. So hang your butt all the way down, your glutes, I'm sorry. Very good. Now, can you bring it up to an inverted plank by coming into a nice long plank? Very good. And then you can progress by pulling yourself with your biceps into a pull-up. Nicely done. Can you do one more? Very good. Great job. And now go ahead and hang into a V again. Very good. Feel that nice extension. Go ahead and take one foot off and then the other, and you can stand up nice and tall. Beautifully done. Now we will be working on the ladder barrel. The ladder barrel is a piece of equipment that has a rounded barrel on one side and ladders with 4 different rungs on the other side. And we can go ahead and measure it to your height and leg length depending on the exercise that we're doing with a pedal in here. We're going to start with ballet stretches, which is a nice strengthening of the quad, and also an exercise that helps you keep your pelvis and spine in neutral and decrease the spinal flexion. So go ahead and step into the ladder barrel. Go ahead and place your right foot up on top of the barrel. Very good. Okay. Now we need to try to align the leg. So we might be a little too close. I think we are. So go ahead and take it down, and I will move it around. There we go. So go ahead and step back inside. Yes, much better. Yes, see, now you could definitely, now you're aligned beautifully. Your foot's aligned, your hips are aligned. Make sure that you tuck the pelvis just a little bit. Perfect. Now, your hands are on the rungs. You can go ahead and put them inside the rungs. Very good. And in that nice elongated position, go ahead and rock back on your ankle. Very good. And then rock forward. You felt the stretch.
Oh, yes.
Okay, go ahead and do that again. Keeping the abs engaged, making sure that your pelvis is slightly tucked, and you're going to go ahead and feel that nice strengthening of the quads. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and put this foot down. We're moving on to a side bend on the ladder barrel to strengthen the obliques and also the legs, obviously. So we're going to go ahead, and to set up, I want you to step up to the first rung on the ladder. You're going to put the bottom leg in the front. Very good. Go ahead and push up onto the ladder on your side. Wonderful. And the top leg is on the back. Are you good and secure there? Okay. So now you're going to go ahead and square your hips, engage your abs and your obliques. Go ahead and lift your arms to a T and bring your hands behind your head. You're going to be at a long diagonal, and you're just going to do some small side bends to the right and exhale as you bring it up. Take a deep inhale, exhale, bend over, have to go so deep. That's wonderful. Keeping everything aligned, your abs engaged, your obliques are working super hard. And one more, and bring it all the way up, and you can go ahead and put your hand. Continuing on our ladder barrel series, we are going to go into sitting, lower, and lift the legs. In order to get on the ladder barrel in a safe way, you're going to go ahead and put your bottom leg over here and get on it like it's a horse. Holding on to the ladder, you're going to go ahead and swing this leg over. Very good. And hold on with both hands. We're going to hold on the outside of the rung. Very good. So I'm going to be here to keep you safe. Go ahead and bring both feet on the ladder barrel. I want you to go ahead and push away from your shoulders, like you're pushing away the earth. Very good. Chest lifted. Tuck your pelvis a little bit, so that is going to protect your hip flexors. Now, bring one leg to tabletop, bring the other leg to tabletop, and extend them. Okay, really strong in your abs. Go ahead and lower and lift. It doesn't have to be a big lower and a big lift. We know that we're working with tight hip flexors that we're trying to release. So, very good. And do that one more time. Always keeping the strength here. You look beautiful here. Your shoulders are nice and stable. And one more. Take a deep exhale and bring the feet down. Very good. How did that feel? Good? Very good. So we're going to go ahead and do another variation. This one's a little more advanced because there's more movement. The legs are working separately. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing but in a scissor. So take a deep breath in, push away, lift the chest, and engage the abs. Very good tilt of the pelvis. Extend one leg. Well, bring them to tabletop, extend them. And now lower one leg as you lift the other one. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and go ahead and do exchange in the middle. 1, 2, 1, 2. Do one more until you're equal, and then go ahead and bring them to tabletop and put them down on the barrel, and go ahead and we can sit up and dismount. Very good job. We are now going to work on the spine corrector, which is a great piece of equipment. It also has the handles here. It has an arc as well as a step. Some people call it the little barrel or the mini arc. This is the spine corrector. So go ahead and sit on this side with your legs over the arc. Very good. With this exercise, we want to make sure that your spine is in neutral. Your abs are obviously engaged. Your hands are going to be in front of your knees. What you're going to do is take a deep breath, and as you exhale, you're going to flex your neck, and you're going to bring your chin to the middle of your neck. You're going to round over as if your muscles are coming. Yes, your abs are engaged towards the back. Very good. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale and return up. Very good. So let's do that one more time, and we'll do 2 breaths down there. So go ahead and round your back, feeling the extension, letting your hands slide forward. Very good. And then exhale on the way up. So you're going to feel your abdominal muscles working. They're engaged and pulling out through your back. One more time, take a deep breath in, nod your chin, round your back. Let your arms reach without collapsing forward. And then have your abs bring you all the way back. Very nice. Now we're going to go ahead into a side facing. In the sitting side bends, we're going to go ahead and have you reach over the arc all the way down. This exercise can be very challenging, especially if there's any kind of tense muscles or any area in the shoulders that there's any issues, like kyphoid shoulders. What you're going to do is you're going to extend this arm long on your side. You're going to let it slide as you take a deep breath. Yes, extend your leg long. As you take a deep breath in, you're going to exhale and bring this side of your body up. That's enough. And then exhale as you lower down with control. So you're starting off with a lateral flexion of the spine. Take a deep breath in, bring it up to the high diagonal. Very nice. And exhale on the way down. So you're engaging your obliques a lot. Now go ahead and push up. Let's sit on the barrel again, the way that you were sitting. Very good. We're going to start with a rotation. So you're gonna go ahead and sit up nice and tall with your arms extended. You're going to start by rotating towards the back of the room. So we're gonna start here with this arm actually on the barrel. So go ahead and put that arm on the barrel this way. And you're going to do a slight rotation, almost like threading a needle. You're gonna round your thoracic spine as you twist. So wait for my cue. So take a deep breath in, start looking over here, have your eyes follow your hand. And now as you exhale, rotate the body towards the barrel. And now round over as you rotate. Very good. And come back up. And on, twist, and rotate towards the back. Okay, let's stop here for a minute. This hand, if you want, can hold on to here to give you a little more stability. Go ahead, and you don't need to rotate as much or thread the needle. You can just stop it right at the top of the apex. Deep breath in, follow your hand. As you exhale, rotate and flex a little bit, and then unrotate and look towards the back. Very nice. So that was your side bend with the rotation. Now we're gonna go ahead and do flexion. What you're going to do, Lena, is you're going to go ahead and put your hands, bring your arms up, bend your elbows, put your the back of the hands in front of your forehead. You're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to rotate towards the arc. You're going to flex your spine, so it's almost like somebody's pulling you from your back as your arms are on the barrel. Very good. Now go ahead and inhale, exhale as you bring your arms back up to your forehead, and now you're going to twist towards the other side, the front of the room, and go ahead and flex the spine in this direction. Deep breath in, exhale, and do it again. Let's go ahead and turn towards the barrel, and you're going to flex your spine. Very nice. And then you're going to use your back extensors to go ahead and pull you back up. Bring your arms to your forehead, and now rotate towards the other side and flex your spine again. Using those nice obliques here, go ahead and pull yourself back up to the center, and you can put your arms down. You're going to do an inverted position. Come around to the arc, to the spine corrector. Go ahead and sit with your glutes on the apex of the arc. Your legs are forward. You're going to go ahead and lower your body down. So go ahead and lower it down slowly, slowly, slowly. Very good. Grab onto the handles of the spine corrector. Beautiful. You okay? Mm-hmm. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and engage your abs. Make sure that your shoulders are nice and stable. Your lumbar spine needs to be imprinted, so you need to move up more onto the spine corrector. A little bit more, more. Very good. Perfect. Okay. So you're going to actually imprint your lumbar spine into the spine corrector. Engage your abs really nice and tight. Glue your glutes down to the spine corrector. Now bring one leg up to tabletop. Bring the other leg up to tabletop. And go ahead and reach them both to the ceiling. Very good. Now we're going to go ahead and go into scissors. So you're going to lower one leg as you bring this leg in twice, and then exchange twice. Lower and lift twice, engaging those abs. Make sure that they're nice and tight, that you're imprinting, and that you're not holding on for dear life. Really, it should be your abs and your imprint holding you. Very good. Do one more, make yourself even. Wonderful. And that is scissors inverted. Our next exercise on the spinal corrector is going to be a prone exercise. We're going to do a spinal extension with rotation. So go ahead and kneel here on the mat, facing the arc, and you're going to go ahead and put your hips over the apex of the arc. Very good. Okay, very good. So you are on the spine corrector. Make sure that your pubis is a little bit behind the apex. Your aces is in front of the apex, and your glutes are fired up. Your hamstrings are fired up. You're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lift your chest into a spinal extension. Now, go ahead and rotate towards the front of the room with the thoracic. Very good. Don't bend down so much. Go ahead and rotate back to center and rotate to the other side there. Very good. Make sure that it's at your elbow doing the rotation and it's your thoracic spine. Bend to one side and rotate. And now rotate to the center and rotate to the other side. And go ahead and bend down and take a nice little pause. So as you see, you are engaging a lot on your hamstrings, even though I'm holding your legs. And your glutes also have to be able to be super fired up so that your pelvis is stable. Let's do that one more time, and this time in the rotation, if it's available to you, go ahead and extend the top hand. So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, lift your chest into a spinal extension, rotate to the side of the room, extend the arm, bring the arm back to your forehead, go to the center, and rotate to the other side. Extend your top arm out. Bring it to the top of your head. Take a deep breath in. Rotate to the center and pause. Very good. How did that feel? Very. Our next exercise is a side lying leg lifts. You are going to go ahead and sit on the edge of the mat, or the barrel. Bring your hip to the apex of the barrel, and your lower hand will go on the mat with your forearm. Very good. This hand will hold on to the handle of the apex. Very good. You're going to have your neck aligned to your spine. You want to be square towards the front. You're going to hold on to that. You're going to lift your body, lift the lower, very good, the lower obliques so the upper ribs are facing up into the ceiling. And holding this, you're going to go ahead and lift the top leg and lower the top leg. Never lifting the legs so much that you lose the stability in your hips. Your shoulders are also very stable. Very good. Perfect. Bring it up one more time and exhale. There's a lot of obliques. It's a very difficult position to be in. And lower. And do it one more time. And exhale. And you can go ahead and slide off of the arch this way. On the springboard, this was invented to complement the reformers that don't have tower. So we're using 2 short yellow springs on the dowel. At number 8, we're going to go ahead and do some roll downs. So extend your legs onto the bar and go ahead and grab onto the outside of the dowel. And we're going to start sitting up nice and tall. You can open your legs just a slightly little bit, like shoulder width apart. Very good. And you're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to nod your chin towards your chest. And you're going to tilt your pelvis as you roll down. Very good. So you roll all the way down to the mat until your head is the last thing to touch the mat. Now you're going to roll back up. You're going to nod your chin towards your neck. You're going to roll up, head, neck, shoulders, articulating your spine with your pelvis tilted, and you stack when your ribs are over your pelvis. Very nice. Now we're going to progress this into an extension. So you're going to go ahead and do the same. Go ahead and nod your chin to your chest. Engage your glutes as you tuck and scoop your pelvis, roll down bone by bone by bone, all the way down until your head reaches the mat. And now you're going to go ahead and pull on the dowel towards you. Bend your elbows. Very good. We're going to go ahead into a spinal extension. So I want you to bend your elbows. So flex your elbows, pulling the bar towards you, closer there. And now go ahead and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to lift your chest, going into a spinal extension. More. Go ahead and use those cervical flexors as well. Take a deep breath in. Go ahead and lower your chest. Extend your arms. And then nod your chin to your chest. And go ahead and roll back up slowly, bone by bone, until your ribs are over your hips. And then you sit up nice and tall. We are continuing our springboard training on the Cadillac and using the tower for springboard because the actual springboard is not available. So we're gonna go ahead, we set up the 2 short yellow springs with the dowel to continue the roll down. This time it's gonna be a roll down with a twist. So Lena, go ahead and extend your legs all the way and hold on to the dowel on the outside. You're gonna try to sit up nice and tall, very good. You're gonna put one hand in the middle of the bar, so use your right hand. Your left hand is gonna open up to the side, very good. And what we're gonna do is you're going to rotate first towards your hand that is loose, and then you're going to lean out towards that hand, lifting the opposite hip. Very good. Take a deep breath in and come back up and unrotate, look at the bar. Very good. Continuing on the springboard series, Lena, you're going to go ahead and do some chest expansions. So the short yellow springs are set up with handles, and you're going to do, they're set up at shoulder height, so they're in line with your shoulder. You might have to take half a step forward or more, do a practice pull, and make sure that you can make it past very good without without rounding your shoulders. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in, and your starting position will be in line with your hips. So pull the straps back to your hips, and now you're going to go ahead and press back without rounding your shoulders forward, and then bring them to hip height. So you're going to bring your hands back and forward, and this is a chest expansion. So go ahead and push back, maintaining the abdominal muscles engaged. Your glutes are engaged, your legs are. Okay, we're going to go into hug a tree. You might have to take a little bit of a step back, just a little, very good. We're going to go ahead and engage your abs, tight legs, nice open shoulders. Go ahead and bring the handles and the springs to the side of your body, and I want you to lean into it just a little bit, almost like a plank position. So very tight abs. Take a step back if it's too much. Yes, more. A real step. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay.
There. Okay, wonderful. Now I bring them to the side of your body. A slight bend of the elbows. Okay, and a slight lean towards. Very good. So that works the abdominal muscles a lot. Go ahead and open and close. You don't go behind your shoulders. You have to be able to see your arms peripherally, always keeping a nice bend in the elbows. And you're going to open and close, keeping the shoulders nice and stable, the abs engaged. You're doing great, Lena. Very good. We have put the yellow spring at elbow height. We're going to do internal rotation sideways on the springboard. So go ahead and extend more so that there is tension on the spring. Go ahead. We're going to keep a small space between the arm and the body, but keeping the elbow in line with the body. Don't press back. Very good. Tuck your tailbone a little bit under, there. Okay. So this is to open up the shoulders. This is a great exercise for anybody who has rotator cuff problems or any kind of shoulder issues. You're going to go ahead and pull the spring towards the midline of your body, keeping the elbow at 90 degrees, and then, no, perfect there, and then opening the hand, the elbow. There you go. Very good. Stop. Right there at 90. Perfect. So bring it towards your belly button, and then open it up. And then towards your belly button. And you should be feeling the shoulder opening up right there. Very good. Side arm as well at elbow height. Go ahead and grab it with the outside arm facing away from the springboard. You're sideways to the springboard, and you're going to use your outside arm. Your wrist has to be straight. Very good. So what you're going to do now is you're going to walk away from the springboard more so that there's tension. Your arm is going to start at your belly button. Your hand at your belly button. Very good. So you're already in here. And now you're going to open the arm by pulling the spring. Very good. And then return it. So let's go ahead and take out half a step more. Very good. And you're going to open only until 90 degrees. This is going to open your rotator cuff. Very good. And bring it back. Go ahead and engage your abs a little more and tuck the pelvis. Very good. And back. It's a small move, but if you feel it, it's going to do a lot for your posture muscles, your rotator cuff. So it's a great shoulder exercise, and this one is external rotation. Always gluing this elbow tower and the springboard for leg work. We can use the purple springs. They would be attached to a level 4 or 5, which is where they are attached to right now. Go ahead, and the first thing I want you to do is to set up correctly. Extend your arms and hold on to the bar. Well, let's put these in the foot first, the purple springs, and the other one. Now go ahead and grab the bars, and I want your arms to be long. So go ahead and scoop yourself all the way down until your arms are completely extended. Lower them on the bottom of the mat. I don't want them up. Look, yeah, very good. Lower down a little bit more. The body. There, perfect, very good. And now go ahead and extend your legs to a 45-degree angle. Engage the abs like you're doing, very good. And as you breathe in, inhale and exhale, I want you to walk the legs separately. Very good. Go ahead and flex the feet so that you feel it more on the posterior. Not the toes, the actual ankle. There we go. Without losing the straps, very good. So we walk them up and down as if you were walking up and down a wall so that you can feel the hamstring. So this is a great exercise for the posterior, the back of the legs, keeping the tailbone completely glued to the mat with a natural neutral spine. Keep breathing in and out. Now we're going to be working with the EXO chair. The EXO chair is another piece of equipment that was invented actually to work in small apartments in New York. It has 2 springs and one solid pedal. The springs attach in the back to the cactus, and you have an option of about 8 different settings because there's 4 branches and 4 levels of resistance. So right now I have it set up 2 springs at level 2 of the cactus, and we're going to do step-ups. So with your right foot, step on the pedal and bring it all the way down. Now for safety purposes, I'm going to go ahead and hold it while you put your left foot on the chair. You can go ahead and hold on to the chair or the wall. Very good. So make sure that your abs are super engaged because that's going to help you with balance. And what you're going to do is you're going to actually work the leg on the chair. That's the one that's going to be coming up and then coming down. The resistance though is going to be on your right foot. Okay, ready? I'm going to let go and go ahead and tighten your abs and use your, very good, on the left leg brings it all the way up. And then the left leg bends as if you're sitting back into a chair, pushing down on that spring. And very good. I'm also here for you if you want. One more time, go ahead and lift from the left leg on the chair and bring it all the way back down. We are going to do some upper body work with the chair. So Lena has so kindly already sat in front, facing away from the chair. The pedal is set up with the spring 1 at number 2 of the cactus. So what I want you to do is to reach behind you with your hand. I'm going to lower it a little bit for you. Put that hand there and the other hand on the other side. Your fingertips are facing towards your body. Your spine is in neutral. You have your abs engaged, a small little tuck of the pelvis so that you can stay in super neutral. Very engaged. Now you're going to go ahead and lower and lift the pedal, using your elbows. So your elbows are going to flex and extend. Try not to put your chest out so much. There you go. And you should be feeling this on your triceps, which are the 3 back here in the back of your arm.
Yes, I am.
And breathe in and exhale as you push it down. We're going to do some hamstring curls to strengthen and lengthen the hamstrings. So you're going to go ahead and lay down on the mat. Very good. Not too close to the chair because I don't want your hips at a 90-degree with your knees. What I do want you to do is to put the back of your heels on the pedal. Very good. So it's more or less like the Achilles tendon. So it's not the heel, it's the back of the heel. There, there you go. So now, go ahead and take a deep breath and make sure that your spine is in neutral. And as you exhale, bring the pedal down using your hamstrings. So you have to think about this. And now slowly bring it back up.
Oh, it's heavy.
Is it too heavy? You want me to bring it
No,
down?
I think when it comes to my hamstrings, they're kind of weak, so I'm feeling it.
Okay, and bring it back up. Let's see if, hold it here, move a little bit further back. There you go, very good. And let's do it again. I don't want it to hurt. I want it to be a nice strengthening exercise. Wonderful.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, much better, good. Our next exercise on the chair is going to be a torso inflection and ab workout. I want you to go ahead and you're sitting correctly facing the chair. Go ahead and open your legs wide and straddle the chair. Very good. And we're going to leave it at one spring at number 2. Is go ahead and put both your hands on the pedal. Keeping your spine in neutral to start, you're going to nod your chin to your mid-neck and then go ahead and tuck your pelvis using your glutes. Round your whole abs and your back into a C curve. So you're in a torso flexion. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, go ahead and round your back over your ribs and then sit up nice and tall. Very good. Don't look up to the sky, just look straight when you finish the roll up. Go ahead. So we are set up for the swan prone position. So you're on your stomach and your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your legs are nice and engaged, so are your glutes. What you're going to do is come up into extension. Very good. And now, without losing the form, you're going to push down on the pedal and bring your legs with you. So your body is rocking and then coming up, staying in extension. So your spine never loses that extension. Go ahead and push the pedal down again, bringing your legs up and coming back up. So your abs are super engaged, your shoulders are stable. Do one more exercise. Exhale and inhale and exhale on the way. This exercise is called lean. We're going to use the chair in sitting on it, and you're going to sit facing the back of the chair. Very good. We have the spring setting at 1 at 2, and you're going to be using your legs, your arms, your abs, everything. So you're going to sit up nice and tall, bring your legs up into a 90-degree angle as long as you don't lose your form. Very good. Now open your arms to the side as a T. Very good. Take a deep breath in, and as you inhale, twist towards the front of the room. And as you exhale, go ahead and lean down, finding the pedal and pushing it down so that you're in a lean and rotation. Take a deep breath in, exhale, bring your body all the way up, releasing the pedal. Bringing your arm up to T and unrotating. Take a deep breath in, make sure those quads are connected, the glutes are tight, your abs are in, twist to the other direction. Exhale as you reach down to the pedal and lean down in that rotation. Keeping your abs engaged. Have your abs bring you back up, not gravity, not the chair. Very good. Exhale as you come all the way up. Raise your arm to a T, untwist. Very good. That is lean torso rotation.